Hello everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about episode 31 from Wonderful PreCure. Cure Lillian is called Cure Lillian because Lillian is the word for an object that is used for weaving in Japan. And I believe this episode is, if not the best, one of the best from Wonderful PreCure when it comes to the writing. It really felt to me that the writers of this episode were weaving everything. Everything in this episode was woven perfectly to come down to what we saw on screen. I was in awe. Everything that appeared in this episode had a reason to be there. Everything was super connected. And even though we were seeing the story and the growth of Mayu, one of the best characters from Wonderful PreCure, I feel like everything we saw today will play a big role in the whole story of Wonderful PreCure. So there's a lot to say. I will try to get there. Let's go. The reason why this episode is the best of the season is that the three amigas finally came back. Obviously, it's not the reason, but I'm very happy we see them again. I am very, very happy about it. But the thing is, they appeared to introduce, in a way, Yuki and how people's perception of Yuki is always great. Yuki does not care about anything, but she only cares about Mayu. We know that. She is starting to care about other things too. But the general perception of Yuki is that she is universally loved. And the way they commented about Yuki sparked something in Sumire's mind. And so she commented saying that Mayu should post Yuki stuff on social media on Pretty Holic's profile. Sumire is a visionary. She was doing it because she wanted popularity and customers for Pretty Holic. But not really. I really love Sumire. I think she's one of the best PreCure moms. And she was clearly, at least to me, in my interpretation, in my view, she was doing it because she knew that it was going to help Mayu. It was going to make Mayu break out of her shell even more. She's a great mom and she's always trying to find ways of helping her daughter without pushing her too much, without forcing things on her. She knows Mayu and she finds ways of helping her, breaking out of her shell. And so when Mayu comments this with her friends at school, Nico-sama's there, and Nico-sama makes some comments that are very important. Mayu is scared because she is scared of posting things, and since she is going to post on Curesta, anyone from all around the world can see it. And if people can see it, people can criticize it. She does not want to be the reason people will criticize Yuki or her store or her mom's store. And Nico makes a comment saying that whenever someone has a bad opinion on you, it is very hard to change that opinion that the person has. This has happened with Mayu because Mayu had a bad relationship or a bad event with a friend of hers or an ex-friend of hers, Yuma. It's very nice. Mayu, Yuma, the syllables just changing places for creating both their names. And so Mayu had a bad experience. When Nico-sama made that comment, it instantly clicked with Mayu, and Mayu got even more scared than before. But Yuki was there by her side. Yuki told her, "You don't have to mind. It is going to be me." And I just love Yuki's confidence. Her confidence is just natural. You know, people are going to love. Obviously, they're loving it. It's me. I'm the cutest. I'm the best. I just love Yuki's confidence through and through. And it's just natural to her. It's not a forced confidence. It's just part of her nature. I just think it's lovely. And so Mayu ends up posting. It's very popular. People are commenting about it. And then we see Yuma, her past friend, seeing it on social media as well. Another thing that I found very interesting about the comments on social media is that Mayu is looking at the comments. The profile is very popular already. People are going into Pretty Holic and wanting to see Yuki. The story is a success. And then she's reading the comments and she finds one bad comment. about Yuki, or not really a bad comment, but it's kind of like this sarcastic comment saying, "Oh, it's very easy to go viral with cats." And then she finds it a bad comment, but then she just keeps on reading, and the other comments are good. So it's very nice when, because we as humans, we tend to focus on the negatives. We can get so many great comments and, good comments about anything you do. And then when you receive a bad one, it stays with you. So I like when she kept on reading, she kept on seeing good comments. It didn't erase, but it softened the hardness that happened after everything, after the bad comments that she read. I like that. And then we get to a point in which Mayu is starting to read the comments again in the other day, and the person that made the bad comment ended up changing their mind and, commenting something good about the cat and about the profile. And so Mayu understood that that person was able to change their mind. If that person was able to change their mind, someone that she remembered some days ago when she was talking to Nico, someone might change their mind as well. In this case, she was thinking about her friend. And then she shares it with Yuki. Can Yuma change her mind? And Yuki promptly says, she can. You made that person who made the comment change their mind. Why not do the same? Why not try to do the same with Yuma? With the relationship they had, Yuma liked Yuki a lot. So using the profile with Yuki stuff, it's a good thing. And so it's very nice because a person like Mayu, the person that has hardships with social relationships, and a person who's very anxious like Mayu, I can understand that, because sometimes I'm like that too. When I wanna have a good relationship with someone, when I want to, try being friends with someone I admire, I think and I overthink a lot. Like, what can I do? If I do this, well, let's plan something. And then she started planning a video that Yuma would like seeing Yuki, So she starts to overthink and overplan, and she gets into focus mode. Yuki notices that. And so we have Yuma appearing as well in Animal Town, and then she goes to the clinic, the friendly clinic, and then she sees Komugi and Iroha. She obviously doesn't know them, but Iroha notices that Yuma is very similar to Mayu. This is a new information. We only knew Yuma through a flashback that Yuki told Komugi and Iroha, so we didn't know much about her. But now we know that if she is similar to Mayu, she is someone who's a little shy. She's not someone very expensive like Komugi or Iroha. She is like more reserved and maybe shy as well. So this makes it even harder, because it's even harder when two very shy people have to make up. Who's going to take the first step? And so Mayu was driven to take the first step, and Yuma was also driven to take the first step, and she did. She went to the Pretty Holic store. But when she did, Mayu was 100% focused. She was in focus mode. Just what happened when they were friends and their friendship broke. Exactly the same thing. And so she called for Mayu. Yuma called for Mayu. 1 time, she did not respond. 2 times, she did not respond. 3 times, she did not respond. So she left. She did not see a future in that relationship. She couldn't see them making up with Mayu ignoring her, just like that time. Yuma does not know about Mayu's focus mode, but Yuki does. And Yuki sees everything, and Yuki's desperate. And when the girl is leaving, Yuki calls for Mayu. Mayu does not answer, and then she jumps in front of Mayu. Mayu gets scared, and then Mayu notices that the girl was there, and she was trying to make up. And Mayu starts crying. I love that scene. Mayu fumbled. In her mind, she fumbled the friendship once more. But she didn't, because it wasn't her fault. And Yuki was there to show her, girl, it's not your fault. That's just the way you are. That's just your personality. But now it is your turn to go after that girl. That girl took the first step and was here to talk to you. But now it is your turn to be brave. And with Yuki's words, Mayu glowed up again and she woke up and decided to go after Yuma. Parallel to that, we have Zakuro, who is a villain. I love her. She is incredible. And she is overlooking Animal Town. She does not like the fact that humans and animals are having a relationship, a good relationship. And so we, for the first time, see an actual normal, regular animal being targeted. We've only seen Nico animals being targeted and turned into Garugarus, or Nico animals turning into Gaogaons. This time, a regular animal, Kotetsu, who is Yuma's chinchilla, turned into a Gaogaon. And so this is the first, and I love this. It makes things even more dramatic. It makes things even more serious than before. And it gets right into the root of the problem for the villains, because for the villains, having a good relationship with humans is a bad thing. So we can kill it already by infecting the animals with bad feelings and turning them against their owners, against their friends. And this is what happens. The girls notice and they all run very fast. Mayu decides to not go after Yuma and go after the Gaogaon first, because she did not know it was Kotetsu. And then when they get there, they transform. And Nico is there with Satoru, and Nico tells Satoru that it's not a Nico animal. It is a regular animal. And Nico is kind of like a little desperate, seeing how animals, regular animals, are being used for Gao's plan as well. And then we see Yuma trying to talk to the possessed Kotetsu. She can't, obviously. She ends up fainting together with her mom. I just like how they simply fainted because, just take them away from the action, leave the action for the cures, and then we have the action here. We have a little back and forth between Zakuro and the cures, and I love how Kirinami just jumped in and went after Zakuro. I wish we had a little bit more action between Zakuro against Kirinami. We didn't. I feel like the animation of this episode suffered a little bit in most parts. It did not look ugly, but it did not have much animation. But the writing, it was so stellar, it makes totally makes up for it. So the point of everything is that they cannot hurt the animal, like even more now because it's a regular animal. And then they will have to do something to not hurt it. So Lillian uses Lillian net. The animal breaks free from it very fast. And then she decides to create an even bigger, stronger Lillian net, but she will need some time. And I thought, okay, they're going to create a technique. But no, they just use their shields. I like the idea, but I don't like the execution because, they could have been more creative in this part. But I just have to say, I just love that scene with Lillian net. It looked really pretty the way she picks the net and throws it. It was really nice. I mean, the throwing animation wasn't that nice, but the way she picks it, I really loved it. It was really cool. And with the net, they were able to use their new power and purify the regular animal. After the animal is purified, it's weak because obviously it's been using a lot of energy. And so Nico-sama jumps into action. We have a new animation. Nico using their power to heal the animals, to heal the regular animals. This takes the spot of the trunk animation that we have after they heal a Nico animal. Since they don't need to use the trunk anymore, now they added a Nico animation. Very cute, very simple, but very cute. I love Nico, so it was really nice. And then at the end of the episode, Yuma finally meets Mayu, and they're able to talk. I love it. I love it because both of them suffered because of what happened in the past. Both of them were sad. Both of them got home and cried after they were not friends anymore. No one was wrong. Both of them were heartbroken because they lost the friend that they liked so much. And they were very similar. Mayu could not tell Yuma how focused she gets and how this makes her lose track of everything that goes around her. And Yuma was not able to listen to what Mayu had to say. So they couldn't understand each other. They misread each other and they were hurt in the process. At the end, both of them were able to make up. This goes against what Nico said at the beginning. Not really against, but yeah, kind of. Because Nico says it's very hard to change someone's opinion. When someone has a bad opinion on you, it's very hard to change that. And it's hard, but it's not impossible. And so when they were making up, they were talking, everyone was there listening. And after they were listening, they all came in, except for Yuki and Nico. And so that thing that Nico said at the beginning of the episode, Nico takes it back. And Nico says, well, maybe it is possible to make up. Maybe it is possible to change a bad experience into something good. She says something like that. I don't exactly remember. But this is important because Nico is involved with the main story of Wonderful PreCure. And well, we need to change the way Gaon thinks and sees the relationship between humans and animals. Is it possible? Based on what Nico said at the beginning, it's not possible. But after what Mayu went through and everything happened in this episode, Nico changed her mind. Maybe it is now possible. Maybe we can do something to change Gaon's mind, to change Zakuro and to change Torame. Maybe. Who knows? Peak PreCure. Peak anime. Peak fiction. Peak writing. I'm sorry. This episode goes straight to best PreCure episode list to me. Honestly. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Anyways, babies, this was my view on episode 31 from Wonderful. I am very excited for next week because we are going to see Sora from Happiness Charge. Hero Girl is back. Hirono de Bandes? I cannot believe it. Girl, I'm in awe. I love Sora. I love Hirogaru Sky. I cannot wait. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very much for your support here on YouTube, on Patreon, on Throne. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye-bye.